Good morning and welcome back to Brazil. It's now January, and we have slept. You can tell from the opening montage that we made some money last night. We made about $10,000 from our BGA, and we're just using our open gardens to send sugar beets and potatoes over to the BGA. So that's the only thing it's running on right now. We don't have any silage in there. May need to run down and get those silage bales that are left over and stick them in there. That would be a nice little jump start for them. But we're going to need a regular source of silage so that we can make more than $10,000 a month on them. So what I have done is, as much as I hated to do it, as much as it pained me, I have sold the Soviet baler. It was great, and I would not hesitate to buy it again. But it's just not the best way for us to make silage right now. We need to be able to automatically send our silage over to the BGA every day. So we're going to do a silo that ferments silage and put a bunch of grass in it because we have a bunch of grass. So I sold the baler. I also sold the wrapper because obviously we don't need the wrapper if we don't have a baler. And I bought this guy right here. This is the Krone Turbo 2500. Which has a factory capacity of 25,000 liters. However, it has been equipped, you can see the tank right there, it's been equipped with the new load compression technology. So with the compressor engaged, we can get a little over 37,000 liters. So that's going to help us out a lot when we're picking up grass. We won't need to dump it nearly as much. So that's a good buy. And it was only $12,000. So I am very impressed. I think we're going to like this a lot, and I think it's going to serve us well until we can find something that has an even larger capacity. But those are going to cost us about $100,000. So we'll see if we ever get to that point. But yeah, everything's going really well. We're making money off our BGA. We're mowing some grass. Our crops are coming in. I was going to cut this field right here because I thought it would be ready today, but it's not quite ready. It'll be ready tomorrow. So I went ahead and cut this, and then tomorrow will be the big mow, and we'll mow this, and we'll mow that patch that we cleared the other day. The second half of what I want to do today is I want to do some clearing of the woods over here, from about the trailer house all the way over this way. Not that palm tree, but that palm tree is going to stay, and this palm tree is going to stay, but everything between this palm tree and the trailer, I think, is going to go. And the way we're going to do that, because these are the nasty trees that are really, really hard to deal with if you only have a chainsaw, we're going to buy a tree remover. It's $5,000, and we're going to turn all these trees into wood chips. There's one place on the map that buys wood chips. It's the supermarket, and it's way on the other side of the map. So we may get a big trailer, load it up, and see how bad the trip is. If the trip is really, really bad, then we may just hang on to our wood chips and find a production that uses them. You know, we could save up our money into a biogas heating plant. Something that uses wood chips. Wood pellets. That's an option. If we could turn the chips into pellets, we could make them worth a lot more money. So those are the things we're going to do today. Let's get this raked up real quick. We're going to row this, pick it up, and then we'll install our fermentation silo. right, we have filled up. We have 37,500 liters of grass. And now we need to put it somewhere. So we're going to install a fermentation silo, and I've been trying to figure out the best place to do that. I thought about doing it over here because I'm going to expand the yard, and eventually we will have a crop silo over here. But a crop silo, I think you access a lot more. You put stuff in it a lot more often, and you take stuff out of it, more importantly. This, I think, is just going to have stuff go in occasionally and almost never have stuff coming out. So I think we're going to put it over here by the BGA. I think that's a better place for it. Kind of get it out of the way. And this corner right here, I don't think we're going to be using for anything else. So if we can kind of zip right through here and drop it right about there. Actually, if we put it a little further back, we can take that tree out with the tree remover and we'll still have plenty of room to get to it. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to put it right in there. And there are so many of these silage fermenting silos that take various and sundry inputs. But I find the old classic, the original, the first one in 22, I believe, is the Hessian Fermenter Silo from the Hessian Farm Pack. This does an awesome job. And it's cheap, which is important to us. And it kind of fits right in there, doesn't it? We're going to push it back a little bit because this tree right here we can take out. We're going to go get our tree remover here pretty soon so we can take that out first thing. And then have plenty of room to access this. Right there. That's where it lives. Okay. Let's put some grass in it. Great sounds. And I think we have discovered the downfall of this particular cheap piece of gear. It is very inexpensive and it works really, really well. But look how long we're going to sit here and wait for it to empty. All right, we're going to continue this. And I'll get back with you when we're done. Oh, that little patch got us 78,825 liters of grass. We're going to go ahead and activate grass silage, and it'll start making silage. And then we are going to put that on distributing, and then activate silage on our BGA. So now we're going to be making electricity, methane, and digestate from 3 different sources: sugar beets, potatoes, and now silage. When we get some cows, we can add slurry and manure. And then when we grow crops, we're going to have a choice to make. We can either put it in our fermenter and make straw silage, or we can put it straight in the BGA as straw. I think the silage formula is a lot better. So 840 liters of silage will net this much of each one of those products. So let's look at straw. Yeah, silage is much better. you get more methane. You get 40 more liters of methane out of the straw, but you get a lot less electricity and less digestate. So I think on the whole, silage is better than straw. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our straw in the fermenter. We'll make more silage and we'll just send that over to the BGA. And then we'll have a constant supply. I'm pretty sure that we'll get this BGA full of silage and it will never go down past about 50,000 liters because our materials will keep refilling it. So the BGA will never stop and it will always make us money. So, hooray. All right. Hey, look, it's starting to rain. We don't care about no rain. Rain is good. Rain makes the plants grow. But let's get this stashed over here. We'll just stick it in there where the baler and the wrapper was. All right, I'm going to run to the store and I will be back soon with a tree remover and some sort of trailer. Well, once again, I have changed my mind. I was in the store and I was telling the guys there my plans and what I wanted and what I was going to do. And, you know, I think they feel bad because they're not allowed to loan me anything or to give me any credit. So they're always looking for ways to help me save money. And they told me that I could make a lot more money off of those trees if I put in a small sawmill. And at first I argued, oh, I can't possibly afford that. And they told me about a new product. It's called the farm sawmill. It's $10,000 and it makes planks and furniture. And a byproduct is wood chips. And I feel a whole lot better about that than just chipping up all these trees. We can make so much more money off of planks and furniture. So that's what we're going to do. We have enough money to do it, so we might as well do it. So for less than the price of the tree remover, I got this. This is the Typhoon. And what it is, it's basically a skid plate, but it has a winch and cables. And so I can attach a cable to one of these trees over here. I can winch it up against the skid plate there, and I can just drag an entire tree over to the sawmill. So for about the same amount of effort as it would take me to remove these trees and grind them all up into wood chips, I can put that same tree in a sawmill and make something useful. So that's in fact what we're going to do. So in order to put in our sawmill, we're going to have to take out a few trees over here. This is where I want it to go. So that's the palm tree where our yard area is going to kind of stop. And our access to the river will be through that area there. We're not going to take out all of those trees, but we'll take out a significant number so that we can do what we need to do. But on this side of the palm tree, in that area, that's where I want to take out a few trees and put our sawmill. So I'm going to get out my chainsaw and we're going to try this Typhoon and see if we can drag one of these trees out of there. All right, we want it to fall that way so that we can grab it on the trunk end. Oh, see, that just feels wrong. Hate cutting these trees down. Try to get rid of the stumps immediately so that I don't forget about them. All right. So I'm not exactly sure how this works. We're going to lower it. We're going to turn it on. I think I have to get out. Huh. Further research is required. Okay, I think we've got it figured out now. Should be this. Nice. All right, so we have a cable attached to it. We're going to get back in. Oh, that's not what I wanted. All right, so then we should be able to click this. Can't winch, turn on login winch first. Okay. So we're going to turn it on. Now we should be able to winch it. There we go. I think we can even speed it up some. There we go. Whoa. Yeah, you need to know when to say when. All right. So I'm not sure how to... All right, so you can only winch it forward. You can't winch it back. We can lift it up some, though. Maybe that'll help. Nope, it doesn't help. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and release it. Oh, okay, I see. All right. And then we could winch it. Okay. And winch it forward a little bit. There we go. Wow, look at that. We're just dragging around a whole dang tree. That is perfect, and we'll be able to drag it where we need it to go and put it in our sawmill. Excellent. That's going to be so much better and make us so much more money. All right, so how do I release it with X? But that didn't... detach. There we go. All right, we're going to get the hang of this, and we're going to be able to do this really quickly at some point. This is impressive. That right there, that's impressive. All right, let's go ahead and put in our sawmill if we have the room. And we do. We don't have to get to the back side of this for anything. The trees go in the front, and then you can see, yeah, you can see with the spawn point over on the other side. And then that's the wood chip. That little round area there is where the wood chips will spawn. So if we get that back in there, and if we at some point we need to take out another tree, we can. But I think we can get to everything we need to get to right there. And there it is. Our sawmill. I think we'll probably have to take this tree out too, just so we have a nice big landing area, but let's put some trees in it. All right, I think I have enough of both of those trees in the area. Hopefully I do. I don't know if I need to unhook those before I hit the button, but we'll try to hit it without unhooking. That would be the easiest thing, wouldn't it? Look at that. And now we have 7,202 liters of wood in our brand new little sawmill. That's going to work out beautifully. Look at that. You can even get to the back of it. That's cool. That's very, very cool. And this is where our planks and our furniture will spawn. So we may have to spend some time. It's a pretty small spawn area. We may have to spend some time over here pulling stuff out and sticking it off over there. But we'll deal with that when the time comes. All right, let's go grab the rest of these trees and put them in the sawmill. Okay, so in these few trees, I have learned some things about the Typhoon. Don't winch it too close to the skid plate, because you will flip your tractor over. And it will fairly easily handle 2 trees. Not an issue. As we get further back in there, I may try 3, maybe even 4, and see how many trees I can drag over here at one time. It may be somewhat time consuming, but that time is going to be worth money. There's a lot of trees just in this little section that we're going to clear. So, yeah, I'm excited about our first pallets of furniture and planks that are going to spawn. We've got our good trailer that we can cart things to the store and sell. We're making money from our BGA. We're making silage in our new silo. And we still have $38,779 left, which is great. So I think we're going to call that an episode. Next time we're going to be mowing this field and that area over on the other side there. Our sorghum's going to be ready pretty soon. I don't know if it's going to be ready next month, but for sure the month after that it'll be ready. Our soybeans, they'll take a little longer, but our sorghum should be ready fairly quickly. So we should be harvesting that. We're going to need a new trailer to put our crop in. And I think I have one in mind that is just about perfect for our needs. So life in Brazil is good. If you enjoyed this episode, I sure would appreciate a thumbs up or a subscription. If you didn't like this episode, well, post a comment and tell me why. Either way, thank you for being here. I'll see you next time.